Damien, let me get to Haskins. He's no longer a captain with the Washington football team. He messed up, partying, no mask, the whole thing. But let me give you my take on that quick, and I want you to react and tell me what you think. It was stupid for him to do. More is expected of franchise quarterbacks, right? And he was drafted in a position that tells you they want him to be that. When I was 23 years old, I did a lot of stupid things too. This is not the biggest crime in the world. It's just a stupid kind of 23-year-old mistake. I don't see this as like, well, that shows you he's a bad apple. And I'll tell you something else. Dwayne Haskins is not one of these fleet-footed quarterbacks who can hit the ground running literally and figuratively in his first season like we see nowadays, when everyone wants him to be all pro by their second year. He's much more like an old-school quarterback. He's kind of mobile, but he ain't a runner. And he has a strong arm, but it's not a howitzer. And he's going to be a guy like in the old days. It used to take 2-3 years for that guy to develop into a solid starter. I think Haskins can still do that. So far, you have to say he's a first-round bust, but I wouldn't say that's the end of the story. I would still think he can develop. Where are you on Dwayne Haskins?
Well, listen, I don't want to keep beating the drum, but what he did was definitely stupid. I understand, at 23, and we've all been there. We've done a lot of dumb things. But you got to understand, you're the face of the franchise, and I know he's taking over for injured Alex Smith, but he was a guy that was handpicked basically by Dan Snyder. He was Dan Snyder, the owner's draft pick. He's from that area. He's from the Maryland area. And so there's always going to be a lot of eyes on him. And this is not the first time that he, made a mistake like this season. He had a situation where he tried to sneak someone into the team hotel. He apologized for that, and then he comes right back and does something stupid again. So, listen, he's not
Damien, can we just talk about that for a second, though? Can we talk about that for 1 second? You're right. It's stupid. I'm not making excuses. But by way of explanation, he is 23 years old. He's an NFL first-round pick. He's making money. He's a young guy. If he ain't married, what's he supposed to do about that whole thing? At some point, you're going to socialize.
Max, you got to listen. I get it. We were all that age. I get it. You're young. You got a lot of money in your pocket. I get it. But at the same time, you got to understand the circumstances. This is a franchise that's going in a different direction. You got Ron Rivera. He's not your guy. Dwayne Haskins knows that Ron Rivera didn't pick him. He's not his guy. Mm-hmm. So you got to be on your P's and Q's. You can't do anything that's not going to ingratiate yourself with the head coach, because ultimately he's making all the decisions within that organization. And so,
or pretty soon, if you keep making those decisions, then the one you try to sneak in says, what am I doing here? I'm going to go see Daniel Jones. I'm going to go see one of the first-round picks is panning out. But seriously.
Listen, it's a situation where I don't think Dwayne Haskins is going to be there after this year. I think they're going to try to trade, or they're going to move on from Dwayne Haskins this year. Do I think he'll have a chance somewhere else? Maybe. There's no question. He only started one full season at Ohio State, and it was a very good one, but he didn't have that many snaps, before his pro career. So
that's what I mean. That's why I give him a longer leash, because one season as a starter in college, showed a lot of improvement throughout the course of that season. Not a prototypical modern quarterback, much more like a throwback where it used to take 2-3 years to develop into a solid starter. So I hear everything you're saying. I'm just saying Haskins is the kind of guy who may be written off by the league and pop up again later on as a guy coming off the bench who has a chance to start and wind up winning a starting job. I wouldn't be surprised. Meantime, JuJu Smith-Schuster is going to stop his pregame dances on opposing teams' logos. Now, I was watching Get Up the other morning, and Mike Greenberg said the reason his son, who's 18, likes JuJu Smith-Schuster is because of these TikTok dances. Damien, do your kids, are they aware of JuJu through TikTok? Is his profile actually being raised by that stuff, or was it raised?
Yes. I have 3 daughters that follow him on TikTok. They are aware of the things that JuJu Smith-Schuster does on TikTok. And so when I told them about, he's not going to be doing the whole dancing on the, in the, midfield at stadiums, they were kind of shocked. They was like, that's who he is. Why would people hate on him for him being JuJu Smith-Schuster? And I tend to
know what the answer is? You know what the answer is?
I'm listening.
This is what you need to tell your daughters. Because Ben Roethlisberger can't throw it down the field anymore. JuJu's got to stop dancing. That's the reason they won't see him on TikTok doing that is because Roethlisberger can't throw the ball down the field. They're not getting run blocking. They have a predictable play call kind of pattern on their offense. And so they're already playing up for the run because they know there's not a deep vertical passing threat. They can't block for the run anyway, so there's no run game, and it's starting to go backwards on them. That's why if they had a quarterback who could get it down the field, Damien, JuJu'd still be dancing because they wouldn't be losing every game.
Well, listen, my feeling is like I want you to be who you are. Like once you start changing and doing things that's not reflective of who you are, it changes you as a player. And everyone that's talking about, well, he danced, on the midfield on the Bengals emblem, and that was this reason why they lost. That's a bunch of baloney. I don't know any player. You ask any player, when you get to actually game time, when you start playing these games, you're not thinking about bulletin board materials. You're not thinking about videos from TikTok. You're just trying to win a football game. So this whole notion that JuJu was dancing just led to somehow the Pittsburgh Steelers losing a game, it's a bunch of crap, to be honest with you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.